2.
Hello, hello, hello. Welcome back to the Hexagon
Hello.
TTRPG with another week of The Eye's End. We're at episode 11. That is 11 in French, for anybody who wanted to know.
Uno.
Nobody.
In Spanish.
Thank you. Last time the group reunited. They met back up in Windrow. Taurus and Misha fell through a cloud after having had a lesson with ye old Xanabin.
Not the hot kind.
Not the hot kind. Well, I mean, it depends who you ask.
Mm.
You know?
It was intellectually hot.
Hey, he's pretty good looking for an old guy, you know?
That was information that was not shared with us.
No, you just had to sort of see it in your mind's eye, you know? But you guys are back in Windrow in the alchemical factory, just about to do some investigation. You're having a bit of a picnic in the cellar. And we are currently with Misha and Shira in the entrance, right as they heard thunder booming in the storm above the city.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, this is not good. Storms would come.
I assume that's probably a Xanabin storm.
Most likely.
Should probably go warn the others if they haven't heard that. Which I doubt they haven't heard it, but...
Yeah, if they're outside, they most likely are noticing.
They're in the basement.
Okay. So, let's go warn if they're in the basement.
Righto.
It might be hard to hear.
Down we go. Guys.
We're all fast asleep.
Honk shoe!
No.
Did you guys
yes.
hear that?
We got a Xanabin storm coming.
Are you
What?
sure it's a Xanabin storm?
That's
I
not
don't know,
good.
man. It's a storm, and it sounds worse than normal. I sense it in my senses.
You sense some portals.
I don't know if I'm sensing portals. Do I? Am I? Detect portals, shall I?
Yeah, you want
I
to
will.
detect for a little portal?
Yeah.
Ooh.
Yeah. You certainly feel like the clouds themselves are a portal.
Oh yeah, this is for sure a Xanabin thing. My senses are overwhelmed by all of this.
Your Shira senses are tingling.
Yeah, they're tingling. It's not good.
It's like
So-
steadying Ordos.
There's still
down.
people
You brought him
passed
inside
out.
with us.
Wait, he's trying to like fit downstairs.
It's part of the family, man.
He miniaturizes. I'm like, all right. Just
All
go
right,
in the hood.
Aw.
No.
Tuck him in.
We
still
should
got a
probably
bunch
go
of people.
warn the soldiers and the rest of the citizens.
That's it. Especially because there's passed out people still, right?
Oh, right.
And we've just been having a picnic.
I don't know that we can worry about those people. We have members of the resistance missing.
Wait, who?
Well, for one, Neslin.
Xanabin mentioned something about Neslin. Seems he told us not to worry.
He's
But
alive.
Now that I say that out loud, I realize probably should have asked more questions. There was a lot going on. There's a lot of information being passed.
Is
back
that
and forth.
his? Do you have his stuff with you? Is that what you're holding?
Yes. It was with his clothes. More I talk about.
So there's a naked Neslin somewhere out there.
Perhaps.
Is that really unusual?
It really is.
It's a fair point. That's a fair point. But you've taken his weapon, his stuff.
Yes, all of his clothes and his belongings were laid there. I did not know what to make of it. This was before everything happened. So I took the staff, perhaps to keep it safe, but sort of slipped my mind.
Well, hopefully he doesn't go back to get that stuff. Hoping it was where he left it. But
I believe there were more. There were more than one staff there, actually, if I'm not mistaken.
oh, so you left the rest there.
Yes.
But if Xanabin wants our help, why would he send clouds to attack the city?
He is Xanabin, after all. How much can he be trusted?
Could be that
I'll be
he
the-
realized
I
maybe.
trust him about as far as I could throw that cat.
Odd, the thunder is starting to sound like a cat meowing.
No, I think that's just
Uranus.
No.
When he's small,
Oh.
he sounds like a cat.
Just grab some jerky here. You must be hungry.
Is he afraid of thunderstorms because he can't like fly through them, so he just like naturally scared or something?
No, actually,
Uranus
well-
means Lord of Thunder.
Wow.
he's also like a storm griffin. So
Oh,
I think
cool.
he's
Yeah,
very
but was he
comfortable.
raised in the
If-
storms?
If micro griffins could purr, he's purring.
Yeah,
Like-
he's rowdy because he's like, I want to go fly in the storm. Not because like, oh no, a storm is coming. He's like, oh yes.
Static in the air like feels good on his fur and stuff. Like, yee.
Oh.
Right.
I like that visual.
Cool. I do think I should at least go warn the soldiers.
Oh right,
Yes.
that.
That's for sure.
Then let us warn the soldiers and let us put ourselves in a prominent position for these oncoming clouds.
So like
It's
on the
possible
roof?
that they're sent as transport or something. Although I feel like we haven't fully agreed on whether we're helping or what exactly we're doing.
That's what
to-
I'm believing is maybe he realized that Taurus and Misha won't do his bidding.
Well, perhaps this is the threat, is that if we don't do the bidding, this town is to be covered in storm clouds, raindrops, and Warforged.
It's possible. The pressure tactic.
A little birdie once told me, and by little birdie I mean totally not a invisible thing with a lightsaber.
What?
Confirmed that we could
A
visit
lightsaber?
AR. Don't worry about the details. It's semantics.
You need to talk to AR?
Didn't we wish to find some answers for him?
We had agreed last session to
What?
What a session!
5 minutes ago, you mean?
yes,
Picnic
yes.
session.
Well, that conversation had ended, and this is a new session of conversation that we're having now.
Right.
We've moved all together to the basement.
I do have questions for AR too, especially now that I know the Cronid is.
Right, but they were speaking of Vitrolon, and the morning pass is quite a ways from
I know.
Vitrolon.
I would like to ask the DM a question. Do we not have a scroll to summon one of the guys from the resistant base? That like maybe we can like summon him to pass on to get AR to communicate with us somehow.
You want to talk to Muffins?
Muffins.
That's quite a throwback.
What the fuck?
I don't know if that's
This
something you want to
was this was from
Yeah.
something from ages ago. And if you have those scrolls, because I'm not sure who's carrying them.
I used to have them at some point, but I don't know if I still
You
do.
probably should still have them.
Checking my inventory. I do not think I would keep something like that.
Yeah, well,
The thing
I
is-
mean, I imagine that probably Albrecht would have it. There's sort of a communal bag of holding.
Mm-hmm.
Where
I have it! I
Yeah, I
have
was
another
gonna say,
Muffin scroll.
Shira
Yeah.
has her own. So
It
we
says
hadn't had
stay
it.
on it, say his name 3 times, and you get teleported.
Back to base.
Peter's like, oh fuck!
whoa! Freaking hold your horses, okay?
There is an issue though.
Well,
It's only
Yeah,
a
there's an
one
issue, guys.
person use. I only have one scroll, and only one person can technically sit on it.
Right, Shira, can't you use portals or something to
Just teleport.
change through dimensions and such?
I mean, I
Can-
could try to
Can you teleport
match
there and
the
teleport
arcane.
back?
Who here votes for Shira? Misha
Well,
raises her hand.
broken back might be a bit hard. I
Hold
can.
I'm sure they have other scrolls to give you to return back to your comrades.
Oh, that is true.
Right,
Well,
a
What if
scroll of
the clouds
Lyria
whisk us away?
or Taurus or something.
Or what is Abigail doing? I look around the room.
She's like, oh, well, it seemed very important what all of you were talking about. I was just sort of waiting. Are we
Perhaps-
investigating, or if not, I think maybe it's best that I do go look for
Yes.
the other
Perhaps you could warn
guild members.
some of the others.
warn the soldiers about Xanabin possibly showing up through the storm.
Well,
Not
I've
sure I
already
understand that.
spoken to Ambro about the fact that Xanabin can move his soldiers through storm clouds, but he was a little bit inebriated. But I mean, that's kind of his perpetual state.
All right.
I just hope he remembers.
Well, I'll go to the gates and I'll
Make sure he
talk
remembers.
to the guards.
Can
Yeah,
we
well,
should- we got
I'll let them know.
We should go with, and I think that we should send a guard as a messenger to the resistance. I-
Ooh.
Should not like to lose any of us if a
That
battle
is fair.
were to be forthcoming.
Or perhaps
right, let's-
Abigail herself could be sent. Abigail.
Well, this is my city. I'm not going to leave.
All right, you're kind of stripping her from her home and sending her to a completely unknown castle
Thank you.
in the middle of soldiers. It's a little bit of a big
Wait,
We could
ask.
probably
A
just.
little bit.
What did we send one of the raptors?
They can communicate. Well, unless we send
Attach a little note to them.
No, but they have to say the words though.
Yeah, I can't speak to them.
Paper.
I don't want to trust this to a raptor. Let's go find the guards. They'll
They
have
have
a
to
messenger.
say.
They have to say Dunder Muffin 3 times to get teleported.
All right, so they're not doing that.
Yeah.
I think Edmund will like pop up from like fiddling with this thing. He'll be like, "Oh, wait, what are we doing, guys? What do you need done? I can do it."
Well, we want to get to send a message
Right,
to AR.
let's walk and talk. Let's go.
So we start heading to the guards. Keep explaining.
This thing
sorry.
is so
Priorities.
interesting, guys.
Yeah.
I have no
As you
idea.
as you guys leave the factory, you see that the people in the streets are all sort of starting to like pick themselves up, and they're all holding their heads, and they're all delirious. But everyone seems to be sort of slowly coming back to consciousness.
Yeah, I
Get
think-
to your homes.
Yeah, Lyra does that too. Of like,
Very
take
good.
cover.
Rise and shine.
I mean, good
Looking
message,
around
but,
a little bit, yeah, confused. A few people have a little bit more strength to like help other people up, and they're sort of
get to your homes, rest, recover.
"Oh,
Been
Own
quite an
oxygen
ordeal.
mask before women and children.
and they sort of move off.
They have no. We don't want them to put on their masks again.
Don't wear the bracelets. Don't wear any masks.
Okay.
Anti-vaxxers.
You see further down the road the orc that had sprinted off, that you pinned down with Uranos. He's helping somebody up, and he hears you, and he sort of looks at his wrist, and he goes, "Hurrah!" and rips the thing off, and he does the same thing to the person he's next to, and he's going to sort of like give them like a little nudge and like tell them like, "Go, listen to them," and he's going to come over to you guys. He goes,
Edmund, we were trying to send a messenger through a scroll. That's what we were trying to do. Sorry. Before...
You just need to like dive head first into this scroll. Like,
No, but we'll lose you if you do so. So I don't think that we want to potentially be quite that separate.
what if we
Oh.
use like some sort of string? What if I use like a string that'll let me through and you like pull me back or something?
It's not a portal that just opens.
Oh.
You just teleport there.
Yeah, it's a scroll. You
From my
sit on
understanding.
it, and you say his name 3 times, and you get teleported.
Yeah, what if we made like some sort of teleporting string, and if you pull that, it'll like pull you through.
Wait, Edmund.
Why don't you work on that? And once you make that, we'll use it.
All right.
I-
After
I wanna
figure
help
this
him.
thing out. Yeah. I'll
Edmund?
go back
Use
to
use that bomb-like thing that you have with you, mate. It might have the right magic.
this thing. Like put it up. I
Literally.
can't.
Pinching
Whoa,
her
whoa, whoa.
temples, like patting Taurus, like let's keep warning people.
Yes. Lyria, perhaps this is an inappropriate time for diplomacy, but were sent here to sort of quell the bad opinions that were forming of the resistance. Perhaps now is a good time.
Oh, right. I actually spoke to Ambro about that.
Cool.
Seems like the king hasn't really left his chambers. He's just been forging for weeks, if not months, since what happened. I don't know if he's quite aware of what's happening on the outside. He's just making decisions based on kind of basal instinct, just locking everything down, keeping everything in place. He doesn't know that Xanabin can, transport his
storm here.
soldiers through storms. I think if that information was given to the king, he might just, he might lift the lockdown.
That, and I think that whatever rebellion was fermenting here is done.
I don't think there was there wouldn't have been a rebellion if it wasn't for the fact that the city was locked down. The tradesmen were locked from their trade. I mean,
But more than that, they were taken control of. They were literally being controlled with magic. That's what we've seen. We've seen them all. Now
right.
that the spell is broken, I doubt that this is much of a problem anymore. Or at least it is not a problem that is the guards that are here are more than capable of handling themselves.
I do wonder where they got that sort of magic and how they managed to convince everyone to use it.
Look over at Abigail.
Yeah, you actually see she's sort of guiding a few people on the other side of the street, and she's going, "Go on now, quickly to your homes, lock up, and don't open the door to anyone. We'll try to have this all sorted out by the end of the day, hopefully." And then she shoos them off and sort of comes back.
Pass on the word.
So, what's happening? What are we doing?
We're going to the guards to speak to them, to warn them. But do you know how this all started? How the bracelets started being worn? Who was it? The Deep Eye Guild who first started distributing them?
No,
and the other guild leaders. How did they get this?
There was a majority of the guild lords were quite convinced that we needed to sort of update our emblems for the various guilds, and we had these small little bands that we'd been wearing for years now, but they all agreed on new ones that were a little bit novel. They had some magic imbued in them. It didn't matter who put the bracelets on, it would always show whatever guild that you were part of, whichever guild that you signed into, it would show your emblem. Many people just thought that this was something new, and a lot of people liked them, so we were all pretty much on board. And since there were a few guild lords that were heading it, it just seemed like par for the course.
So, who manufactured them or updated them is the question now.
Well, they were commissioned, and then that they were distributed by the various guilds. It was sort of a group effort among a few of them. There was the Deep Eye Guild, Xarn, William, and I believe Golf as well.
Who was the first person to introduce this idea?
Oh, it was William.
William.
Always has ideas.
Right. Can we speak to this William? After, I suppose, but
I don't know where he is. He locked me up in the Deep Eye Tower.
Commissioned.
I haven't seen him since.
I last saw him in Xarn.
In Xarn?
Yes.
So he has been
Xarn's like all the way on the other side of the continent. How is that even possible?
Clouds.
That's why we were looking for a cloud potion, perhaps in his storage areas.
Right, so you got transported there, and then he didn't come back with you.
He was told to work on something.
At the behest of Xanabin. So we've solved the mystery. We've told the guards. Let us update the resistance by scroll and messenger and depart.
To
Let us perhaps find someone who has the ear of the king, the direct ear. I don't know if we have such a person here, but
Ambro.
Ambro?
Will
Yes.
he, or will we have to visit the king ourselves?
I mean, that's up to you, but I mean, Ambro will do it if need be. But he also needs to, lead the soldiers here. I mean, Rockran can probably lead the soldiers, but it would still need to be discussed, and he would need a way, to the king, because, their ship sank.
I also want to suggest that maybe I'll write the letter for the messenger to deliver to AR, and I can maybe get Misha also so she can write whatever she wants. To send to him too.
Why would you need to do that?
Well, it's
inform her what we also learned from, during our time in Xarn, Taurus and I.
for me, it's really related about the Coronet. For Misha, I just, all brick.
There's a time for things. No. I need to be a hero now.
All right, well, then I'll just write what I need to do and find the messenger. So you guys can go ahead and I'll deal with that.
I mean, we're kind of going to find the messenger as we
Yes.
talk to the guards.
I should not be too pressed to allow us to depart again after what just occurred. Let us stay together for now.
All right. I guess that was the smarter choice.
Right, so we could probably get there faster on the carpet.
I could also help carry people with wings if there's not enough carpets.
Well, there's Oranos and there's the carpets. I think we should be all right.
How many carpets do we have?
Only one.
One.
Only one. It's big enough for all of us? Is it big enough for me?
You hold 6 people, I suppose. I think.
I'm big boned.
Let me quickly look at that.
I don't know if it holds that many people. I remember us
carpet
needing
with
multiple
6?
carpet.
Might be a medium-sized carpet.
4 by 6, so it's 24 square feet. It can hold just about 4 people.
Yeah.
Perfect.
And that's if we're like squished together like sardines.
What if
I
I
shall
like,
ride
sit
Misha.
on someone's shoulder?
Look,
Yeah.
Edmund isn't that big. Urnos can take Lyria and at least one other.
Can
Questionable to take 2.
he? Yeah.
Well, then take
Well,
Edmund with you.
Lyria and Edmund could fit on Ernest for sure.
I can fly.
I can go with Misha. I like
That is
flying
true.
on Misha the Griffin or whatever.
Right, go
she
ride
chooses to
Misha.
be, Eagle.
Yay.
What?
Giant eagle! I transform.
There
Oh.
it is.
Do you have to yell it out? Is that part of the spell?
I think
I
she
think
said
I'll
it
ask
yes.
you after.
Yeah. No, that was her confirmation.
Yeah.
I gotta admit, everyone, I was really confused for a second in what you meant by ride, Misha.
Why
No
would you be
worries,
confused?
Uh,
Oh God.
Nisha's been
You're
transforming
new
animals this whole time.
here. Yeah, it's alright.
the one time I look up from my thing. Don't worry, baby. I'm going to get back to you. Yeah. Go back into fiddling.
You're talking like
Right,
that,
don't
and
walk
you're
into that
worried
wall.
about people saying riding me.
What did
Yeah,
I say?
You like that oil, baby? Yeah.
It's grease, not oil.
It's great.
Lyria's going to collect the letters, the scroll of teleportation. I assume we're at like the guardhouse now, so like find Ambro.
Are we?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, if you guys want to be there, we'll make our way.
We can drop
there.
Abigail off if she needs.
So we apparently don't need
ride
to fly,
somewhere.
actually. So I think you might have wasted that.
She's tagging along
Waste.
We're
because she's.
flying to the king.
Oh,
right?
you're flying, right? Yeah, no,
Oh,
never mind. She's
yeah,
gonna
yeah.
help people up, but
Okay.
she's
We're
gonna.
going to the king.
Yeah.
Gotta talk
That's
to him.
far.
All of us.
Why don't we send the drunk?
He's got
Wait,
to do
what?
stuff here. This is the
That
conversation we
guy
were having.
cannot do anything.
Let's do the
I
jungle
tell you,
Actually,
mountain.
Technically,
Lyria
Windrow,
wheels
Windrow
on
and
the party
Warforged are
and is
pretty
Wait,
close.
everyone, we need to agree on something right now.
Yes.
Huh?
Yes.
We got 2 plans. One messenger goes to AR, and the rest of us go to the king.
yeah, and I
No?
make
The
that
messenger doesn't
teleporting
have to be
string.
one of us. It can be a dwarf.
No.
No, but we
Yeah,
just
Right,
just
we
get
know
a
that.
knight or whoever.
Yeah.
As long as they're smart enough to to say the name 3 times and find the AR is good.
Perfect. So then
What if
we
you make a
will all have to
recording?
go to the king to convince him.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
Right.
we do not require Ambro.
Potentially, yes. I might be able to speak to him, but I'm not sure if I be given access.
It's also because you have a message of treason with William having worked with Xanabin, and
I don't know that he'd care, to be honest.
uh,
It's not one of his civilians. It's not one of his citizens.
yeah, but still, it's like a spy in this place, right?
And then there's the question of, are we going to Vitrolin? Are we doing what he said?
Don't
look
think we
for
should do what
Irea.
he said.
I don't think we can destroy something that's as powerful as a spellforge.
Perhaps with what the king has been working on. He's been up to something.
He's been making weapons.
What kind of
That's
weapons?
what we need.
Weapons of Spellforge destruction.
I really think it was just really just to outfit his dwarven soldiers.
Yeah, guys, I'm in favor of going to see this king. I think it'd be really lucrative for us.
You haven't met him before.
Wait, why are
right?
you in agreement? I understand why the rest of us are in agreement.
Lyria has a really good point, you know.
Which
Well,
is
step 1, we speak to Ambro. We see what his opinion on the matter is. And then
Ambro.
step 2, we either go
Are we there? Are we?
direct. No, we're like right outside the guardhouse, and we're like, all of a sudden,
Ambro.
we're like, where are we going? And it's like,
Just walking in circles. Getting lost in
we've
space.
what
passed it
about the
3
card?
times while just circling.
Yeah. Okay. Wait. When you guys arrive at the guardhouse, or rather, you're making your way there, and it's sort of attached to the wall, and you're seeing the gates at this point. There are a bunch of dwarven soldiers in the streets. A lot of them look relatively confused, but they're fairly lax. They're not really too on edge. I mean, they've got weapons brandished and things, but they're sort of going around checking on the mobs of people that have just passed out in the streets that were presumably attacking them. You could see that there was clearly some sort of altercation happening. And so it's a big pile, it's a big mess. But if you land relatively close, a dwarf will spot you guys and wave over to you. And you recognize him as Dolfer, the one who is dual wielding
Yes.
mugs.
Double fister. Of course.
Oh, that's me.
Sulfur.
Oh, hello. Oh, you just missed it. Everyone passed out. It was a great fun, right? Yeah.
You have a great voice, dude.
Oh, thank you. Thank you. Only my mother has ever told me that.
Oh, she's a wise woman.
Yeah, she is.
it happened all over the city, Dolfer. We're
Hmm.
looking for the captain of the guard and Ambro. We need to talk about what the results of this battle will be, and about the storm clouds from Xanabin that are rolling in.
Oh, yeah. Looks like it's going to rain, eh?
It's a teleportation
Worse than
cloud, and it's going to bring Warforged forces into the heart of the city.
We're
As
under
well as
attack.
rain, he is right.
Well, you know.
Big sigh.
I mean, yeah, looks pretty bad. But come on in. I think the others want to talk to you. Right in the tower there, yeah.
Lead with that next time. Go!
Okay, all right. It's just over here.
Thunder.
Thunder, yeah.
I would like, since I'm still a giant eagle, I would like to just like start circling around the city, just to
Sure.
like make sure everything's, tip top shape. maybe I can find Amber in the meantime somehow. But
Okay.
I also don't want to waste my wild shape, so I'll do some scouting.
Sure, will you ride her?
I mean, if she needs an extra pair of eyes, of course.
I don't
I'll
think she's set down yet. So you do have to jump off, or you're up. You're staying there.
True, I'll just stay there. I guess it's less effort.
I fly up.
Wow, that was a good eagle sound.
Yeah, honestly. Do you practice?
You add that to the list of bird sounds.
Do I
Getting
practice my
larger and
natural
larger.
state of being? What a silly question.
So the two of you take off. And you guys can make perception checks. I almost said observation checks.
Perception.
Observation.
I
Close
like
enough.
that.
I write that down on the list of our own system one
Ooh.
day.
I want to give Misha advantage. Like, I want to help her out
I
with
think-
my pair of eyes.
I think giant eagles already have advantage.
They do.
I'm
You can both make
useless.
your
Yep.
own rolls. That's fine.
Okay.
I don't know if there's advantage. They have
Oh.
like a just like what's the word like
A high plus.
a natural like
Bonus.
Advantage.
yeah.
Damn it, that.
Okay, I'll do it.
Oh,
All right. All right.
highbrow.
I got a 19.
27.
See
I'm really good to
everything
see
in the city.
Is that an ant?
While you guys are doing a circle of the city, so this is going to take you guys a little bit of time.
Yeah.
The rest of you enter into the tower at the gate, and you see a bunch of dwarves kind of all arguing with each other, and among them are Ralduin, Rockran, and Ambro.
There he is.
Right, you ragged band of good for nothings.
Yeah, you see Ralduin's trying to like grab a flask out of Ambro's hand, and they sort of like stop like mid motion and like all turn to look at you. And Rockran goes, Ulbrich! Oh, thank goodness you're here. Comes over
I mean,
to
it
you.
looks like the mob is quelled. Well done on that.
Hey, but now we got all these people we gotta pick up out of the street.
That's
Right.
not all.
That might want to be done pretty quickly, honestly. You see those thunderclouds, that thunder clap? I believe that is the precursor to Xanabin's forces, well, dropping into the city.
Yeah, Lyra's like corking the kegs in the background and like turning off the tap.
This is the guardhouse, so there aren't that many kegs.
Well, you'd
one.
be surprised. You'd be surprised.
At least
More than
one.
they should. At
It's not
least.
Dorvan City.
Most of the supplies they brought from Hearthforge was just casks of ale.
That's what they
Uh,
managed to salvage from the ships. They floated on the
They
gas.
float, yeah. So yeah, you see Rockran just standing there looking at you. And he goes, "Well, come on then, folks. Come on, let's go. Stop wasting time over here." And they all sort of
Right.
They all
As
rush
we're
outside.
saying that, one of you needs to come with us and get us an audience with the king. We need to tell him what's going on. We need to get him to lift the lockdown, or at least not oppress these people. If Xanabin can get anywhere, it doesn't matter if they're kept in the city or not.
"Oh, well, if you need someone to guide you, I can do it for you." Ambrose steps forward, a little tipsy.
Where's my money, dude?
Money?
Yeah, dude.
I don't remember what you're talking about.
Okay, never mind.
Whew, that was easy. So I could guide you there, though. Oh, I suppose with that carpet of yours, it would be quite quick.
I hope so. It's not too far. It's over across the river. Or a bit further.
I almost like choked because of the noise. Like I don't know, my throat. that was weird.
Intense. That was really intense.
Yeah. Whew. Okay.
I don't have a camera. I need to let them know that.
Proof of hydration.
Should we do that every mason jar now? Everyone has to make a little slurp noise.
Yes, confirmation. Don't let those coins go to waste.
But what if
Use
I
the
just
balloons.
sip beyond my water? Just a small sip. You like slurped. I just
Gurgle,
sip.
gurgle. There you go.
That's a sippy.
I like to think it happens in universe though. It's like we're in the middle of like a big conversation and everyone's like, "Oh, I'm so thirsty," and we all just start chugging water skins.
I mean, there's kegs.
Why,
right
why'd
there,
you
so-
cork the kegs?
Water, people, water.
Sober up.
all the
That is
dwarves are
water.
groaning. Yeah, I could take you. Ambro is willing to
How
bring
drunk
you
does he
guys
look?
there. He always looks drunk.
He's always in this state.
Yeah.
I'll put a hand on him. Thank you for your offer. 5 points of lay on hands can neutralize poison. Alcohol, technically. Poison. I'm gonna see what happens.
Okay. You touch him and he goes, and then the lay on hands kind of, and then he's just there like, what on earth did you do to me?
Oh,
Looks at
that's the
you.
look of a sober
No.
dude.
No,
Yes.
no, no. He
He's
rushes over to one of the
sober.
kegs.
Can I shoot the barrel out of his head?
Shoot the
Roll
barrel?
initiative.
This is not the time. What's happening?
No, we need him sober, dude. He's
I
gonna
have
get
some
drunk
clear
as
head
hell.
in my life.
Damn it.
No,
Why does it matter if he's sober or not?
Albrecht is always drunk too, let's be honest. No, I'm joking.
Excuse me.
It's
I'm
you
about to
always
see the
having your
king.
drink, okay?
I need you with your wits about you, sir.
Yeah,
We
you're
don't
poisoning
really
your
need
mind,
him.
dude.
We just need him to bring us to the king.
Yeah. We're the ones convincing the king.
We're the
Not-
ones asking a favor of this fine man.
he comes over. He's like dripping from the mouth with ale. He's got a big thing of foam on his face. What did you do to me?
That is the first step of many that you shall take.
No, I can't have my clear head like this. I can't think like this.
Very
This
well.
isn't the 9-step program.
Oh, you know how many years it's been since I've been sober?
How many, dude?
At least 100.
I thought you were gonna say you don't remember.
No, now I remember, and I hate it. It should be more than 100.
Well,
That
Right,
was
so after
just
that
for
violation
Albrecht.
committed by Taurus,
have
we
you
need to
It'll take
tried?
us a while to get there. I won't be able to lead you as best as I can with this crystal clear view of the world.
I know how to get the Hearthforge.
Yes. I shall help you on your journey to sobriety.
Screw you, man.
Sponsor you.
Screw you.
Why are you pushing your,
It's a
your
common
agenda on
tactic.
someone
They
else?
say they don't want it, but that
I think
means
he
they want it.
fights better when he's drunk.
Absolutely. What am I supposed to do now?
Have you tried mushrooms?
I've had mushrooms, yeah.
No, but have you tried mushrooms?
Right, it's getting a bit.
It's been 100 years.
Right, Rockern, are you all right here?
Aye, I'll be fine over here.
All right, let's go.
And Taurus.
What about the messenger for AR? Before we go,
I am up in the air
need
with
a messenger.
Misha, so
Right, someone.
well, I
spell-
have the scrolls. I said.
yeah,
Someone
you
just
gotta
spell,
figure it out.
Give AR these letters. I believe Shira explained everything in them. I hope she did.
Shira
None
and
of us
Misha,
approved
need a
these.
messenger.
we need a messenger to go to the resistance camp.
All right,
Take
anyone
this
will do.
scroll. As long as they can speak.
Lyria's just under her breath. Please not dolphin. Please not dolphin.
Yeah, you see, like anyone will do it. He's looking like right at Dulfer, and, he goes, "Well, actually, I suppose we got some other folks here." And Raldwin's actually going to step forward. He's going to go, "Well, I'll take it. I'll take it.
Right.
I've had enough over
Take-
here.
Take this scroll.
What I've got to do with it."
Say Dunder Muffin twice. No, 3 times. And before you do, just take these letters, give them to AR, the giant gold dragonborn, leader of the resistance and all that.
Aye. Well,
Give them to him.
oh, there's some magic involved here.
All right. So best prepare yourselves.
All right, which
Take
one of you
your
lads
riches.
want to go take a visit to the resistance? And there's a couple doors that like stop and look. He's like holding up the scroll. It's like I thought I just had to carry it, you know. Thought it'd do me some good to go for a walk.
It's a bit far for the walk.
You have to walk back. This is only one way, so it's.
Yeah, which one of you freaking lad want it? Hey, and some guy comes up and he goes, he's relatively younger looking dwarf. He's got
It's Fry.
short black hair and a short black beard. And he comes forward and he goes, I'm pretty good on my feet, pretty quick on my feet. So at least getting back won't be so bad. I'll take it.
Good man. Right, so I'll repeat
What were the words?
instructions. Right, before that, these letters go to AR, the Dragonborn. Tell them it comes from Shira and Misha. And to get back to us with an answer as soon as he can.
Of course. Is there something on here that you'll recognize? I don't want to be attacked at the gates or something.
You're wearing the armor of Hearthforge.
I don't know, just in case.
We have an emblem of the resistance on us.
Yeah, I have a signet ring, so I can
Okay, I don't have any of that.
grab like a candle, like whoosh, put it. I know it's not sealing wax. She's like, just go straight to him. This is not going to stick very well to the paper. It's not the proper wax, but at least you have the seal.
It's not like it needs to travel long, so.
I'll guard it with my life. He puts it away in his breastplate and
All right.
takes out the other one and he goes, you just stand on it? What do I do?
So you say the name Dundermuffin 3 times, and it's going to teleport you into the camp. Right by the goblin, that goblin mage there. Dundermuffin.
Thundermuffin.
Right.
Thundermuffin? Thundermuffin! And he just disappears.
Good man.
We were just like respect.
I'm honestly a bit surprised that worked. It's been a while. I guess magic doesn't quite deteriorate in scrolls. All right.
The paper's gone.
Shall we get in the air? We'll signal Misha somehow. She went off circling the city.
Don't
Yes.
worry, I have that covered. And then like go outside with Ornos and like chink, flunk, and then let out a screech for you.
Amazing.
Does my initial perception roll catch that too? I should-
Yeah. Oh yeah, for sure. You guys would for sure hear that. But as you're flying around the city, I'll just describe quickly the things that you notice. You see in the streets, a lot of the guild members are now coming to. People are starting to move. There's a cascade of word across the city, and you see people kind of rushing into their homes and taking shelter. The storm above you continues to boom thunderously, and you notice that the storm has started moving
Where?
towards the east.
East!
Very
Wow.
slowly.
Black Desert? Or Vitriland, perhaps?
Which one?
Oh boy.
Most likely.
This is a race.
That's what I meant by it's possible that Xanabin is gonna do it one way or another. Whether it's using
Doesn't one
us.
give us a ride?
You also notice as you pass over the Dark Market Square, there's it had emptied out, but now there's a few more people there, and you see that there's a little gathering, and they've started to sort of organize, or the people who have died is what you see. You see like bodies sort of lined up in certain places. There's a few Deep Eye Guild members among them. People seem to be back on their feet, moving around. There's scarcely any movement to near the factories. Seems really more around the residential areas where they're all going back to their homes, and the Dark Market Square and the gate.
Cool. I guess I'll start flying back towards our friends, our group.
Yeah, we got the signal.
Yeah, I heard Uranos and friend. I call back.
Yeah,
Start
see
heading back.
Ordos like perk his ear, like, good. Saddle up to the skies.
He's finally in his true element.
Oh yeah, feathers are all kind of like up on end, and it's
I
like
see the
causing this
sparks, like
yeah.
wingtips.
ripple of electricity through the feathers. And you fly up into the sky. You're meeting up with the others, with Misha and Shiro?
Well, we're all going, right? The other four are getting, four including Ambro, are getting on the carpet, and I'm going to the king. That's the idea.
All right.
Yeah.
Everyone gets up onto the carpet, except for Ambro.
Lol.
He's like, I'm not getting on that. Not until I'm drunk.
This
Right.
is what happened.
Here. I'll pass him my flask.
Oh, yeah. Finishes it off. And he goes, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. I just needed it so badly.
I know. I'll fill it up when I get back. It's all right.
Who is the other Hearthstone? And it's like, what's the holdup? What's going on? Over.
Don't worry, we're coming up. Wait, no. Who can I can't speak to anybody.
Who has the other
It's-
stone?
I think you took
Misha.
mine.
Just a bird.
You're talking to Shiro right now.
Oh.
Yeah, it's like you got the wrong person.
Oh, so you don't know what's going on either.
Not inside. I thought you did, and that's why you called us.
We pop up like 2 minutes later.
Oh, there they are.
I guess they had a slow start. It's alright.
All right, take us out.
Yay.
Who are you speaking to?
You can't hear me.
Who are you speaking to?
I just see you do
I'm
this.
talking to Shira.
I've never done this. I think it's over.
That's right. It's over.
All right, let's.
Albert's
start
already just going.
cooking.
Yeah, you guys are making your way towards Hearthforge now.
Yay.
And it doesn't take you guys very long. You just end up flying up over the lake, over Piss End, and towards the peak of the mountain. So-
Memories.
We'll just sort of skip a bit of time, a little bit of travel time as you guys make your way there. If you'd like, you can take short rests. Those who are...
Time exactly. Because
That's a
of
good
the-
question. That's a very good question. See,
wanna
I
say
don't
4
have very
hours.
much knowledge on
You
on
have all the
aerial
knowledge.
travel speeds, you know. No, but
Like 60 feet.
definitely would not take you guys like 4 hours. Maybe like, I don't know, like you're flying at a relatively quick pace. It's like an hour at most.
Giant Eagle's 80 feet, so I don't know what the carpet is.
I'm also doing 80.
It's
feet.
60.
I mean, I could.
So everyone got the match, the 6.
Yeah, we'll just go to 60.
Yeah, Urunos could be dashing, but I don't think he would be dashing. Otherwise, he'll get
Dasher and
tired.
Prancer.
So if we're all doing 60, then
Yeah.
I can't get a short rest, right? Since I am flying.
No, yeah, you're fine.
Cool.
It's going to be the same for like
I'll
whoever's
meditate.
navigating the magic carpet. Like somebody has to sort of be in control of it.
I'm good. I can navigate.
But everyone else can take short rests.
I won't.
Yeah.
My poor boy, he's flying.
I think I just want to fiddle with the thing the whole way. I don't need a rest.
I feel like that is like part of your rest. That's your meditation. Just fiddling with stuff.
Yeah, you don't
My
have to.
element.
I want to figure it out. I want to know what makes it tick.
Which this is the clockwork device that you found?
Yeah, that had the golden filaments.
Okay. What exactly are you trying to do with it? Like, do you have?
I'm still
have an
trying
idea?
to figure out what it is and like what it's supposed to do. Really, while
Mhm.
it was on, like I just shut it off. So I guess it would be like how to turn it back on and kind of try to figure out what it does or get an inkling from my god of what it does because it communed with my god a lot. That's what.
Yeah, it was like echoing the voice of.
Yeah, so
the
I'm more like
gears.
attuning, like looking for that tick, trying to follow it, just to figure out its inner workings. you know?
Okay. Go ahead and make me a Arcana check. You could use your tools, but I'm going to say that because you've constantly been on the move, that would be done at a disadvantage.
Mhm.
And I think you get advantage anyway, so it would just be like regular roll.
No, I just add my proficiency is doubled when I use.
Oh,
my
okay, okay. I thought you got advantage from using your tools or something. Okay. So yeah, just keep that in mind. If you want to roll, you can.
Arcana at disadvantage. Okay.
Yeah, and you guys are approaching now the. There's sort of like a plateau at the top of the mountain that have like the huge gates that lead into Hearthforge. Gates are open. There's some like encampments that have been built out onto the plateau, and there's that path that leads all the way down the side of the mountain to Piss End that you guys had taken several months ago.
Time to take a sip from Piss End.
Thank you.
Do you know how many miles it is
Off the
away from
Piccadilly line.
Hearthforge?
Oh
Or
god.
From, do
Um,
you know how
I-
many kilometers?
no. This is what happens when you give your players flying. That's it. Just flying.
The map now needs to have that little.
Yeah, I've got to add one. For now, we'll just go with this. You guys are relatively close to Hearthforge, so in my mind, it's like it wouldn't really take too long to fly over to it. So yeah, we'll say an hour.
Oh.
That could be completely wrong. It probably is.
I would like, during that time, I totally forgot to relay the message to everyone that the clouds are heading east. So I would like to use my detect thoughts feature that lets me telepathically speak, unless someone understands Eagle. But anyways, I will use that to talk with the group and relay that info, because that might be important to know.
All right.
I believe the clouds are heading eastward, perhaps to Vitralan, to get a head start. So Xanabin might be making his move already.
Can they respond?
They can. They could still just like talk to me.
Mhm.
It's just for me
Or
to
we're like
talk.
flying next to each other. Yes,
Yeah.
I believe we discussed this while you were flying about. We should make haste. We can't let Xanabin get there first.
Therefore, what shall we do? Shall we still head towards the king, or just abandon it altogether and head straight to Vitralan?
We're literally about to reach Hearthforge.
Yes, let's just try and be quick about it.
Okay.
Those dash.
And dash
I
you
don't know if
do.
Garbage can dash.
Can it?
I don't think so.
It's an object. I don't know if you can take a.
Can I grab it with my talons to
An
like give it a
action.
pull?
Drag it along.
That's
I think when you try to do that, if you start making the carpet move like any faster than it's like supposed to,
Mhm.
everyone else on the carpet just like starts to slide off it, like you're pulling it out from underneath them.
Oh, okay, I stop.
Yeah, it's like it readjusts. Everyone's like, oh, like about to fall, and it like scoops you guys back up, and then continues moving forward.
Derby
Right,
Right, maybe let's not do that at this speed and this height.
Yeah. And you guys are making good way towards the top of the mountain. I will say though that as you guys get to the plateau, there's a group of dwarves that sort of are that see the objects in the air, in the sky, and they sort of like create like a little defensive unit at the gate. And you guys begin to approach.
Ambro, do you have some sort of signal that you can?
Yeah, I'll take care of it. And he just steps to the front, and just as it like the carpet gets just over the plateau, he just sort of like rolls off the carpet, like ah, and he like smacks and hits the ground.
Right.
But you hear a bunch of dwarves go like, "Ooh!"
He really doesn't like being sober.
Bro, look what you've done for us.
He goes, "These guys are with me," and he's putting his hands up, and then a bunch of dwarves are coming, and they're like, "Ambro, is that you?" And they like go to help him up. He's like smacking them off, and like, "Don't touch me! I'm really irritable right now.
Get him some booze.
Give me some booze." And they go, "Oh God!" They already have like a bunch of flasks pointed at his face, and he's finishing them all off. Yeah, you guys kind of can disembark. And he goes, "Come on, let's go. Let's just make way, get out of the way." And he pushes forward.
I'll shapeshift out just to be able to walk through the caves properly.
Okay.
I don't think an eagle
Good
will
idea.
be appropriate.
Yeah. You get a few looks from some of the soldiers as they see you guys walking by. A few of them recognize you guys, and they're like stand up tall, and they give you sort of like a
I finger gun them.
respectful stance.
Nod back.
Lyra probably looks pretty regal, except for the griffin in her hood.
Sticking its head out. It's like constantly rubbing up against you because it's just got like all that static buildup, and maybe like your hair starts to like kind of stick up a little bit.
Absolutely.
But you're still walking so like prim and proper.
But on my
Yes.
potato sack, just
Over my hair? What are you doing, Taurus? Oh no, you mean over yourself?
over my head. Well, now that you said that.
Yeah, but again, still look over you. What are you doing, Taurus?
I need to. Don't worry about it.
Perhaps next time you should lay on hands yourself.
This is my safe space. Leave me alone.
His condition spits something that might not be poison.
My condition.
He has a condition? Oh no. And you haven't told me.
I don't know what this man is talking about. Slanderous. Obscene. I
Right.
definitely do have a condition. Out of
Should I roll insight?
yeah, actually, can you?
$21.
Like no, like all the like jokey stuff that I do. Like Taurus used to never do that. I know I always do. Taurus never used to. And it's like Lyria notices for sure. Ever since everything that happened, he's like acts a little off, yeah, odd. And like maybe now it's like really like when we're kind of like there's more downtime, you notice like he's a little like off. So
What do you mean? This is a mission. We're on a very
well,
serious
we're
important
walking,
mission.
being regal, and I'm just like
Yeah. So what do I sense on the? I sense that you're.
I guess 21. I'm not the DM, so I don't know how much to tell you.
You are a DM though,
That's
so
what
you can
think is
divulge
fair
what you
on
think
on
at 21.
I mean, would you roll? What's the difference between that and like your deception roll, if that's what you want to do?
Oh.
I thought
Fantastic.
he'd already rolled it. Did you roll the one?
No, 18. So I guess
Oh,
that's
so just three.
Pretty close.
That's-
Pretty
Yeah.
close.
So that's only a 3. So what would you
Yeah.
tell me for 3 points of
yeah.
difference?
There's like a kind of like a when
Something's
someone
off.
is like starting to act like a little manic, and you're like, are you just in a weird mood, or is there actually something
Yeah.
going on up there?
So I think So maybe Albert's being a little bit flippant, or what's it? What's the word?
Dumb.
Oh, it's going to kill me. There's an exact word for this, but it's when you're making light of a serious situation. And Lyria's going to kind of, I guess, let this slide because we're surrounded by a bunch of dwarven soldiers, but be a little bit worried.
Flippant is a good word, I think. No?
Yes, but there's a...
It's not being serious or respectful. Really.
Blase? I don't know.
Blase.
I keep thinking precocious, but it's not precocious.
That's like cocky, kind of like coy.
Yeah.
Flip it? No, not
Yeah, but who's Lyria
aloof?
worried about?
Anyways,
Who's Lyria worried about?
Taurus.
Oh, Taurus. Yeah. I don't know why I thought you said Albrecht. I'm like, what's?
I'm worried
No,
about
'cause
Baghead. Brother
Ulrich
Baghead.
made the comment, and so she was saying like,
Yeah, sorry. It was just
Yeah.
they got a little confused. The little fish in my brain has a hard time, you know. Yeah, and you guys are led through the grand gates of the top of the mountain into the mountain, and last time you guys took this huge path, it was crowded with all of the peoples of Hearthforge, all the dwarves and the gnomes and the halflings and humans and elves and all the people that live in Hearthforge. Mostly dwarves, though. And you sort of took a walk with them to the top in fear that the mountain was going to erupt. The volcano, once dormant, had become active, and you guys, or I should say Misha, helped the king stop the mountain from erupting.
Aw, shucks.
And then saved him, brought him back from the dead as he used every ounce of his energy to stop the mountain and brought him back. But in the way that you brought him back a little bit different, and he was reincarnated as a golden dragonborn. So once a proud Azer, the largest of his kind, reduced to a shiny dragon.
Hey, that wasn't all me. He had a part in that. His soul wanted that.
He was willing, but
Yeah.
he's willing to
maybe
come back. But
yeah, a little bit of a monkey's paw type situation where it's like, what did it really mean? But yeah, and he's been hiding away. You've heard that he's been locked away forging all this time. And so you're led down back into the city, and you see it from the top of the castle, the large path leading down into the center, and you see all of its glory in stages. The front of the castle, the forge district, the great there's this huge sort of rail system that they had built with mining carts that could take you from one point in the mountain to another, and then the residential area below that. There's a dry heat within the mountain that's, to some people, very comfortable, and the sounds of clanging are echoing through the city from the Forge district. But you're not led to the district, you're led into the castle. And the farther you go, the more intoxicated Ambro becomes. He slowly becomes back to his old self again. As he has just like a handful of flasks that he stole from a bunch of the soldiers. Not stole, but they gave them to him.
Resuscitated with alcohol.
It's like a soldier's like, oh my god, he's sober. Like, here, take this.
I'll never forget this. But at this point, you reach the entrance to the grand forge of the castle. And the gates open up, and there's just this wave of heat that comes out.
Oh, this feels so nice.
Yeah, intense heat, and you see the waves, the effect that heat has on your vision as you look deep inside of it, and there's just like streams of hot lava being poured from one giant basin to another, and there's this massive metal hammer sort of built into the ceiling that comes down, echoes.
Hot tamales.
think Edmund's just star-eyed. This is amazing. The heat is perfect in here. My brass dragonborn. This is my shit. I'm like, oh, this is so cool, guys. Why didn't we come here from the beginning?
We've been here before.
I haven't. Look at that huge
know.
ass hammer. This perfect temperature. Oh man. Yeah.
I don't know about perfect.
I mean, you were raised in a desert as well.
In the heart of a magical oasis in a desert.
Fair point.
Yeah.
And you
I'm
hear
more adapted.
from behind like a plume of steam. Goes, "Who's there? I told you to keep the doors closed at all times." And you hear a heavy footsteps as through the steam you see this huge figure, and as it parts, the shadow is playing tricks on you, and a smaller figure emerges, a dragonborn, gold, with a huge, thick leather apron draped over the front of him, and like a mask made of black iron. And it is clearly carved in the shape of like an Azer's face, like a big beard, but the whole thing is like solid and just got like little slits for his eyes. And he sort of puts it at the top of his head, and he looks, and he's got like a hammer in one hand, and he's sort of glistening, his golden scales reflecting the light and the heat from the
And
lava.
Sweat.
If
Humana,
he could, he would.
How greasy
would.
is this dude? That's what I want to know.
He's still glistening.
And he looks and he goes, "Close the doors. They'll ruin the temperature." And Amber goes, "Oh, right away." And you see he like rushes over to the door and does like a spin kick, and the door goes closes.
I hear you've been pouting.
Didn't think I'd see you all again so soon.
Us
Good
neither.
to see you're alive.
How do you guys know this dude? This king dude. He's so awesome. Oh my
Who's
god.
this one? He like looks down at you and goes, sort of the same, you and I.
I'm so glad you didn't freaking call me a cobalt, dude. And I like just run up, like put out my hand. That's a sweet ass hammer.
He shakes your hand. Just does
Yeah.
like a quick little like,
Yeah,
"Mhm,
yeah. I'm
mhm."
holding on way too long.
What brings you here?
Oh, it's like a father and son.
There's a few things.
Your
One is-
choices.
Still shaking his hand.
Yeah,
last
he's
mission.
just like
I wonder if he's just like
Rod.
he's just like shaking you at this point, just like
That's
with your whole body. Wow. That's enough.
And the other is a tale for Taurus and Shira to recount of encountering Xanabin.
Misha encountered.
Not me. Yeah.
Oh, sorry, Misha and Taurus.
Lots of
Sorry,
shit.
the heat's getting to me a little bit. It's quite. It's
sorry about that.
It's the
And
sweat,
you see
isn't
he
it?
shifts too, and he's got like pulls out like a towel that was around his neck and sort of wipes himself off a little bit. He goes, "Even for me, it's quite brutal. But come, I cannot stop my work.
What are you working on, dude? Oh, this place is so sick.
Weapons and armor."
Show me,
Mostly
show me, show me, show me, show me, show me.
And he takes you guys over to the Great Hammer. There's sort of like a platform over a basin of lava. It reaches to like a small little centerpiece. And he begins like pulling on the chain to put it back into place.
So, as we walk over, Albrecht's gonna like start like kind of like taking his like chest plate and like greaves and everything off, kind of like
Nice.
dropping them in the bag.
Cool.
We get to the actual forge itself. He's gonna help out.
So, what do you need of me?
Answers, I think. What's going on with Windrow? Why you got a place to lock up?
Locked up. Well, it's so the Warforged can't get in, that's why.
All right. Sorry to burst your bubble, but the
Holding on this chain.
Warforged can get anywhere they want.
Yeah.
Xanabin uses storm clouds to transport his soldiers. So anywhere that has an open roof can get invaded quite easily.
Well, that does sound inconvenient. That's why I sent my soldiers there. They could defend the people.
Right, but keeping the people from their work, from their trade, that's not much protection.
And it left them open to becoming mind controlled by
Exactly.
Xanabin's magic given to some turncoat guild masters.
Ah, Windrow.
You were too locked up that you weren't seeing all of this.
That's
Well,
totally
I have been
fair,
busy.
you know. People get caught up in their work. Look at this beautiful work, guys. The man is building masterpieces.
Is he a king or a blacksmith? I'm confused.
Both.
I'm both.
That was kind of disrespectful, dude.
Yes.
He's not
Leader's
just
trying
a
so
black-
hard to hide the shock on her face.
One
At
and the
least take
same
off
for
your
the king
potato
of
sack.
Warforged.
This guy's an
Now I do.
artist.
I've heard
Yeah.
great things of this place, but to see the king reduced to just a blacksmith, leaving his people.
Just a blacksmith, and he lets go of the chain.
Can I go to grab the train to try and hold it?
Make an athletics check.
Please.
Oh, I get
Please
I
fail.
get a fat +0.
Oh my god.
Oh, that's 18.
Oh, okay, all right.
I'll use Inky.
You grab it and you go, wow, you get like pulled up immediately.
Albrecht's
And
like
Inky-
grab one side and just
Yeah,
pull it.
I think you like reach out and like Inky kind of like suctions to you with his he's kind of like goopy in some parts with the sand. He like sticks to you and like starts to like pull you back down, and like the chain sort of slows and you're like, "Ah!" And then you start pulling back down, and then Albrecht, you come and like
Albrecht,
maybe grab his feet and
Yep.
yank him down a little bit.
Getting
chain-
taller here. Ah. Oh,
I
man.
rolled a 27. If that.
Oh.
Yeah, you just
Used
pull him
to
down,
this.
and maybe you hold the chain in place for a second. And Congress is looking down at Taurus. He's probably how tall are you, Misha?
Oh
I think
god.
he was
I
about the
like-
same height as you, 6 foot something, or are you like 8 feet or something?
Yeah, I was like 7 or 8 feet. I'm going to my description.
Okay.
7 feet.
7 feet, yeah.
Damn.
Yeah, so
mama.
he's about that tall too. I was looking at
Vastly
Taurus.
different,
Like,
Edmund.
yeah, tiny baby. Being a blacksmith is a requirement as a leader of Hearthforge. Necessary to understand the heat of the mountain, to be able to quell it from burning the very people that live within it.
And you
He's
lead
not
from in
wrong.
here alone with the door closed at all times.
I do what I can.
Can I
I
like?
want nothing more than the
more.
safety for my people. But I
Right.
just finished stopping a volcano from erupting, dealing with a Warforged force, not to mention demons and devils that invaded my mountain. I
Right,
had to
there was a
lead them across Hearth to shelters, and have now provided those shelters with people to protect them.
Yeah, but what are you even building in here, dude? If
I'm
you're not-
building weapons. I'm building weapons.
If you're not building something in here to help, you're wasting your time.
It will
the-
help.
So what is it?
it's-
What,
oh, what?
He's gonna
My
go
weapons!
Jeff's
He grabs the
weapons?
chain and in one
He's
swing
Locked
sets the
himself
camera-
up in here, making simple.
He sets the hammer
Yeah.
back into place.
Like, well, what do these weapons do, dude? Do they have like laser beams? Do they shoot things out? Do they fly on their own?
I think they're just well crafted weapons, Edmund.
Ah,
No gimmicks, no nothing, just
no,
weapons.
no gears? Come on, dude. you're
No,
better than
no
that.
gears.
Yeah,
Yeah, I'd
forged.
let go of the chain.
Yeah, well, he already set the hammer back into place.
Oh,
So
I'm
it's
still
like,
holding on to it.
Yeah.
hanging there, talking to him.
You're like, I level with him now. Like,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
He's looking at the turns to look at you. These
He's
weapons were
swinging.
forged
Hold on, wait. I'm
From the
coming back
remaining
around.
black iron. They are to be your weapons.
Oh, I like the sound of that. Never mind.
Well, there's a bunch of new ones here. Maybe not you, but the others.
Not me.
I think it's because you insulted his craft.
And
No, I just did not know of your existence when I started working on them.
That's fine, dude. Just give me some tools. I'll whip something up way better than any of this crap.
Look,
I mean, fine.
I understand.
craftsmanship here.
Just like touch Edmund, like Edmund, please. He is a king.
Yeah,
Oh,
you're
sorry.
insulting the king.
Sorry.
Look,
You're-
I
You're a good
appreciate
witness.
everything you've done for Hearthforge, the Resistance, for helping us. I want to help the Resistance in turn. I'm forging these weapons for you and for your leader, AR. And for me, I intend to be fighting alongside you.
I think what Torres was trying to ask you before, though, was how come you haven't made an appearance to your people?
Well, I've been busy, clearly.
I'd like to do an insight check.
Right. It's got nothing to do with your new look, does it?
No.
Do, 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 do.
And he does that. And on the second try, you see a little like of fire come out of his nose. Like,
I'll watch
having
you,
no
dude.
problems adjusting to my new form.
17.
I'm not saying
You
any,
know he's very self-conscious about the way he
Yeah.
looks now.
I'm not saying physically he might not be having any issues.
Congress. I think you
Dude.
need to talk it out.
Yeah, you're beautiful. You're like the most. Oh, wait, hold on.
You really?
You're like the most beautiful
Grabs
dragon lord
you
I've
by
ever
the
seen.
neck and like
Yeah.
puts you down. Like,
You really don't think your people would accept you? I think they think more of you than just your appearance.
I know it's dumb.
You came back to them. And now you just hide it away?
Like elbow.
I'm just
Ambrose.
saying I need a little bit
Speak
more
up.
time.
I don't think it's necessarily dumb to be shocked. You died
But you
and
survived.
then came
dude.
back. You came back from the other side, pretty much, and in a form entirely not your own. That would shock anyone.
But I do see the king's point. If the king died, then it would open up questions for succession. Or at least I know that it would where we're from.
But he's not dead.
Not
He's right
quite
here.
the same here.
He is not quite the same here.
He was
No,
revived.
the succession idea, he's not quite the same here.
I know.
Well, if I was gone, Gisela would probably take control. I trust
Yes, but she wouldn't
everything with
want
her.
to. You know as well as I, she wouldn't want to.
She would not.
If you were still alive.
No, I'm saying if I died.
Right.
If I'm alive, yes, I understand.
But I'm
But
sure
she's
there are
still
other
alive.
factions who would go against the reign of the king. We know there are other factions, such as the guildmasters in Windrow.
Yeah,
Not
William.
in Hearthforge.
Damn guild lords they're always just making things complicated.
They think you're hiding.
He is hiding.
I'm not
Well,
hiding.
you're right, but
Taurus, dude, easy.
you're kind of hiding,
I've had
Carl.
enough with. Never mind.
Do you know
Ah, spit it
William?
out. You started it. Can't hide
Never thought
behind
I'd be
your
lectured
potato
by a
sack.
drow.
Yes, well, I never thought I'd have audience with the king of Hearthforge and in
And since
Such a
when
matter.
were your people the frontier of good judgment? Hmm?
We are not, and I am tired of that. Everywhere that we go, especially my home, there is poor judgment all the way to the top, especially at the top. And I've had enough
I'm
of
just
it.
pointedly looking at you.
Neck
Hey,
up.
back.
He goes, What is your name? I've never met you.
Mine.
Yes.
Sorry, I thought I heard you say it before. My name is Taurus. That's all I need to know.
Well, Taurus.
I've forgotten how to pronounce my last name.
Jazir.
Jazir.
You speak very plainly. I respect that.
I take a step towards him. A firm step. You've proven yourself clearly to be a very valuable blacksmith. And I passionately believe that you should show your people just how valuable you are as their king as well. And we do not have the luxury of time, and I do not have the ability to speak in soliloquies and similes. And so I will speak directly to you in hopes that you hear my heart.
God damn.
He raises his hammer up, and when it reaches his hand all the way up, it begins to glow. And he goes, takes a second hand and goes, as if it's kind of like dragging through the air or like through something heavy. It takes him like a long time to swing down until it reaches like maybe halfway, and then he swings it, and you see the great hammer then like the above the forge kind of swings down into place, and it creates like this huge echo. Looks at you and goes, maybe I have been hiding. I'm a bit lost. It's always been so simple. Taking care of hearth. But now things are difficult. And I know what I am good at. So I have been focusing on that. But I do admit that I have neglected other parts. Speak plainly to me again, Taurus. And he points the hammer at you. He goes, what would you do in my position?
I would lean on the ears of those who you keep close. I would take the confidence that your people have in you as king, because clearly they do, and wear it with pride. You are not just Congreth, you are the king of Hearthforge, and that in itself is a title much larger than you can hold alone. So these people that you speak of, Albert, I know you spoke of someone who might take his place. Use them. Use this man here who's traveled here, drunk as a skunk.
Oh, hello.
Yes, this one. Don't just make decisions because you are scared or because you are afraid. Use your friends. I've learned that the meaning of that word. It is a good one.
Use.
I think I'll touch Taurus's arm there, and look into through the slits of your sack into your eyes.
Oh, not again.
But then I'll look at the king. I'll look at the king and go, and once you've picked yourself up, Duharst is finally come back to the world. We seek diplomacy. We seek to ally ourselves with Hearthforge, and we seek to fight the forces of Xanabin together with the resistance.
I'm quite surprised. But good. More allies, the better. Taurus.
Else? Oh, sorry.
No, I will hear the word of my friends. Ambro. He goes, yes. He goes, I've always been meaning to say it, but when this war is over, you will teach your platoon how to swim. As a friend to another, I think this is very important for you. He goes, oh, we'll see about that. Diplomacy. I think that that is a conversation that we will need to have. Very long conversation. Dewhurst will not be easy to reintroduce to the rest of the world.
You're telling me.
But I trust you. The two of you. And every one of you as well. But in particular, you're good people.
Aw, you're a good person too, Congress.
And he starts pulling on the chain again. I cannot stop. Weapons are not done yet.
Do you need some help, dude?
No.
What the hell was that laugh?
This is for me to do.
All right.
But I look
You
around
ain't
at
got no
my
gears,
companions.
Okay.
And I kind of like, there's like urgency in my look, I think, as I look to everyone. And then look back at the king and just, we can't stay long. We're racing against time, against Xanabin to get to Vitralan.
That's what I wanted to bring up earlier. Maybe he can be of use.
His forces are
Make
heading
up.
there right away. The clouds are moving east.
We can stay here maybe a night, at most. We leave
You're
at-
more than
at
welcome
the
to.
dawn.
And if there's anything you need to stock up on,
Does this mean
What-
shopping?
Time is it currently?
like
Like after this travel to Hearthforge and everything?
it's like evening.
Right. I'd rather not fly through the night.
I could go for a rest. Get some spell slots back. Don't ask me what those are, but I need them.
Before you do that slot spelling you were talking about, perhaps we fill in Congress of everything we've learned.
Oh, right! With Xanabin. The 3 Xanabins. Did you know about that, Congress? You want to hear the gossip?
3.
The hot tea.
Tell me
Hot
what you've
gossip.
learned.
We tell him. Please don't make us repeat everything.
This is our world.
The scones for the jam.
Like a
Why do
hot
you
The
have
scones
a
are
red-
melted. They're like mush in your hand.
I was like super stale
'Cause
now.
if you guys start getting into that, I'm just gonna look at Shira and like Edmund and just be like, do you guys want to maybe go do that, like go resupply or something?
Yeah. Yeah.
And I feel like
Kidding,
I
look
look
at all the
over at
stuff
Alberic,
here.
but you're maybe like already helping the king somehow with the forging, and he's just letting it happen.
Yeah.
We should really take this act on the road, Misha. It's quite a show we put on.
All right. So who's staying with the king?
Oh, I want to get my grease all over these freaking stuff. That's you know I'm staying here.
I'd like to stay.
I think he says no to you helping, but he doesn't stop you if you do try to help.
You know I'm not listening to that shit. Me and Inky, we're getting our hands dirty. We're looking at all the minerals and whatnot. What you got?
Yeah, and who's not staying with the king?
If we stay with the king, do we still get a long rest, or do we actually have to go out and like sleep the night? Or we're gonna get a long rest regardless.
You're gonna get a long rest. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Well, presumably. You don't have to start resting right now.
Oh, okay,
That's what
okay.
I'm saying.
Yeah, it's evening.
I
It's
can
not
trans.
bedtime.
Gotcha.
Yeah, I'm going to
You got a few more
resupply.
hours, okay?
Yeah, and I'm with Shira. So we're just talking. What do you think we need, Shira? I think we could, like take out like a little parchment art inventory of
Oh
stuff.
yeah, I totally have my parchment and pen ready. I am again.
Yeah, so I'm looking over your shoulder then at like what
Yeah.
you're writing. I'm like, oh yeah, definitely some potions, and
Yeah, jerky and some of
I still have a couple
those.
of nets. Do you think anyone else would need a net?
No, but the rope most likely.
Oh, good call.
What kind of place is Vitriol? Actually, no. I'm not with him. I shouldn't ask that.
No, are you with us or are you staying with the king? You
I
didn't
s-
say.
I assume I'm staying with the king to help explain everything that happened in Xarn with Taurus and I.
Well,
One
Does that
person has to
happen-
hold the scone. One person has to hold it.
Yeah,
So,
someone's gonna hold the jam.
I can like look up at you and be like, sorry, you can leave if you wish. I know you expressed excitement for shopping.
You
if
do.
you don't mind, I'll get you something nice.
Albert heard it once. I'm sure he can help in the retelling.
Nice. Yeah, let the smarty pants out of this.
He's well equipped to speak of magic.
And Congress, before I leave, have a bit more confidence. You look good as a dragonborn.
Thank you, Misha.
Yeah, you're freaking hot, dude.
Have fun,
She
Edmund.
just like looks over at you like,
He like swinging from chains in the ceiling. Like, ah, what does this do? What does that do?
like over a fucking like vat of freaking lava,
Ah!
Inky backpack, just like
climbing around.
I feel like
will-
you spill some water on Congreth as you say that, and it's like on his handles.
Yeah, he says thank you, Misha, but then he stops and he goes, and seriously, thank you.
No problem, Congress.
Mm.
And I'll
Oh,
go
before
meet
you
up
go,
with- Oh, yes.
I mean, I assume I'll see you all off properly, but in the morning or whenever you decide to leave. But is this all of you? Where's the rest of your group?
I think. Well, I'll let Taurus and Albrecht explain that.
All right.
That comes up in Act 2. Don't worry.
And I go meet up with the girls.
So in the forge, we'll just you guys are here at the with Congress. I would like for you guys to sort of give me an idea of how you would like to help.
Help.
Like Alberic and Edmund.
Oh, okay.
Make
To me, yes.
weapons!
Another set, like another forge. Well, not another forge, but like another anvil there. If not like bellows and things, just kind of even like stuff like apprentices do to kind of keep the heat, keep everything like properly maintained in the environment as he goes about like striking the metal and like setting and everything.
I'm saying I'm gonna help, but really I'm just looking to get my grubby mitts on materials and stuff and like see how he makes stuff. That's really why I'm here.
Okay.
But I'm like pretending to help, but not really.
Right. Yeah. So you're more like going through all the stuff. Are you stealing stuff? Is
I
that
see
what
something
is that what I'm
juicy.
here?
Oh yeah.
Oh boy.
Okay. All right.
Some real juicy, a real juicy material that I cannot pass up. Or actually, I also got 17 on my Arcana before when I was looking at the orb. I
Oh
don't know.
yes. Thank you for reminding me. A 17 is unfortunately that entire time fiddling with it, you were not able to discern its purpose. You still just know that it can be turned on and turned off. It's a tough nut to crack, you know?
God damn it. Yeah, so yeah, really to get off my mind, I'm gonna start looking through materials, maybe see something, find something that might help me figure it out. So I'm just looking for something good. Something that gives me the tick, you know?
Something that gives you the ick.
Real ick. Don't you put it in your mouth.
Sick.
Yeah.
Okay, there's quite a few materials lying around. They're organized into various containers and things like that. Right now, though, like the Albrecht, you can tell that everything, all the like how can I describe it? The main forge, the one with like the massive forge, is what's currently working, and it seems like all the pools of lava have sort of been redirected to work this one forge. So the other little areas are currently like offline. Yeah. But you're definitely able to go, and you've seen it being worked on before when you guys had visited the forge the first time. So I think that, like you were saying, you go around and you help the king with the apprentice sort of stuff. And I'm just pulling up a list here of materials for Edmund. Go ahead and make me a investigation or perception check. And yeah,
I'll go investigation. 21.
21.
Mhm.
21. Okay. So you are going to find 3 ingots of arcanium.
Ooh.
3 ingots, or not ingots, but 3 cubes of soul brittle.
Soul brittle.
Soul brittle. It's like this, like black and brown stone. It feels quite brittle, but it has like a magical sensation to it. And a ton of the basic stuff, but I don't know if you really want that stuff. It's not a lot, but there's you find a whole bunch of just typical stone. There's also silver and regular iron and steel. A ton of coal.
I think I'll like grab those 3 things of the arcanium and the soul brittle, and I'll like go to pocket it, and then I'll like, wait a minute, and I'll just turn to him and be like, hey, king dude, can I have these?
He's
No,
like pulling at a chain,
shove 'em
and
up.
he kind of looks back and he goes, do not touch anything.
But I can make something really cool with this. And you said I don't have a weapon. You made everything for everyone else. So, I want to make my own.
Well, that's well and good, but don't do it here and use your own materials.
Wow. Shit. I'll like throw it down and I'll leave.
Thank you. I think
You throw down the brittle fucking
Yeah.
like freaking breaks. And when it breaks, there's like a little like, there's like this weird little apparition that like comes out of it. And he goes, "Hey, be careful with that!" And just like the whole time, he can't move from his place. He just wants to go over there and discipline you. So he calls out. He goes, "Ambro, keep an eye on this one here." He goes, "Okay, hey, you wanted that gold, yes?"
Oh yeah, dude.
All right. How much did I owe you again?
We'll talk about it. Come with me. And I'll like motion
So
outside.
suspicious, but I trust you. And he goes along with you. I think the two of you leave. Albrecht, you continue helping him out, and the rest of you go shopping. Or Taurus, you're there. Yeah. How much do you explain? Do you want to actually go through the whole explanation?
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Let's do it.
Oh no! I mean, like
Don't make him act.
with him.
Got him.
Yeah. Okay, so you stay to
I won't leave
explain
anything out. Yeah.
everything. You won't leave anything out. So you tell them everything that happened with the multiple Xanabins, how one has asked you to go to Vitroland, all of the above.
Yes, I'll also tell him about Duharst because, like, he seems willing to be diplomatic with us. So, just be forthcoming about like what the state is of Dewhurst right now, and all that stuff. I don't know if he knows that Lyria's queen, so I'll also just like throw that in there. And how
He goes, "Oh,
I see her as the shift from the bad leadership to hopefully a new, better leadership over the horizon. But she's not here to hear it."
Yeah, and I think that he's very and when you start talking about what happened to Dewhurst, he's like like shares similarities, like both your homes were attacked by Xanabin. And you both just want what's best for your people. And I think that I think when you mentioned though, like joining up, let's say, like if you reciprocate what Lyria was saying, he kind of just, you can tell it like overwhelms him, like in the moment, and he's just like, this is something we'll have to discuss, and it cannot just be us. I imagine we'll need to establish. If we win this war, we will have to establish new leaders. And
put my hand on it. Win. We win this war.
Yes. With these weapons, we will. Drops the hammer one more time. And he continues. Shopping time.
Shopping.
What are you guys looking for? This isn't technically shopping because the Forge District is active, but it is like they're making weapons for war. So it's not like the merchants and stuff. They sort of just taken over like the workstations there, and have like repurposed them for, like military supplies.
Well, we're here mostly for like just adventure restock, right?
Potions.
Yeah, you'll find most of that stuff. So just let me know what you're looking for, and I'll.
Healing potions.
You want a healing potion?
Snacks.
Top of the list.
Of course.
And
But
maybe some potions that help with like ailments too and stuff, and like statuses.
Maybe something that can make our mental fortitude stronger against Xanabin. Nice.
You don't have like a crown of mental fortitude left.
a crown. There's these two guys, and they're just like looking at you like, a crown of mental fortitude. And they look at each other. We don't got any of that. We got some swords. We got armor. What do you want? We got a net. Do you want a net? We got multiple nets, actually.
What about rope,
"Ooh."
actually?
Look at the nets.
Yeah, we got nets made of rope. We got rope, and we got nets made of chains.
You have rope made of nets.
It's like this, and it's just like a bunch of little nets like tied all together into like a
It's
rope.
incredible. The
That's
workmanship.
so cute.
And when you get bored,
Yeah.
It's just macrame.
I think on a more out of character level, on a more meta level, I have 2 nets, and I highly recommend other people to have nets for those situations where we need to capture someone alive.
I mean, we can just have Albrecht like suplex them and carry them.
That's true, but Albrecht's not always there.
That's true.
And I think Lyria is a little bit concerned of like when we all got separated, we couldn't like contact each other. So I think that she might like suggest to the both of you, like, hey, like we should find some sort of sending stone that is not reliant on Hearthforge, and we need like 6 of them.
Maybe there's like some sort of like magic spell scroll that helps like.
It needs to be more than single use. We got to be able to like
probably communicate.
Like write in a book and we all see the writing kind of thing.
Like if we are looking at gadgety things, Edmund might be the only person we know around, at least.
We could get materials for him to help build them for us.
There's a lot of dwarves here, and so I mean, I'll ask the shopkeepers like if they have communications devices of some sort that are not reliant on the.
They look at you, they go, well, I mean, you know about these, and he shows you one of those pink crystals, I imagine. This is what we use around here, but you need a homing stone to enable them. You got to be close enough. Here in Warforged, we got huge ones in the castle, so they let us talk to each other throughout the city. But
Yeah.
as soon as you start leaving, the magic dissipates. If I could say stay in your civilization, but we could get you a homing stone. But unless you got a constant source of magic to power it with, it's gonna be a little taxing.
A constant source.
I could get you one, but a homing stone, freshly cut, it's gonna be a little bit costly. It can't just give you one.
I wonder
Even
if
though-
Edmund knows how to power one perpetually. Is it worth a purchase?
Wait. Before we go ahead, how much are we talking? What if we can't even afford this thing?
Well, it also depends what size you want, but the cheapest I can get you for is 2,000 gold pieces.
All right, that's affordable.
Yeah.
Lyria looks in her queenly purse and in her cloak of like 24 gold pieces that she has in her person. She's like, yes, affordable.
Well, I don't know how, but I do have apparently 1,270.
I have like
I
2,000.
Oh,
Okay, you guys have a lot of gold. I know that. Okay, I know you guys have that.
so that's why it's the money.
I think this is worth
beautiful.
considering, especially if we could at least be able to all communicate within the same area. Like if we're all in the same town, to be able to message each other and coordinate. Maybe
Yeah.
not over, immensely long distances, but more than a couple 100 feet.
I agree.
All right, well, so what should we do? How are we going to power it if we were to do this? Can we do a trial powering? Can you bring it to us? Then see if we can make of use of it with Edmund.
He looks over at his partner and he just goes, get the used one. He's like, yeah, usually these things have a mileage, so, don't want to use it on a fresh one. And he's like, I got a little one. I can, just to show you, usually we have the artificers. They know how to work these things.
All right, I'll borrow it just to bring it to our friend, see if it works. And then if it works, you got the deal. So
he goes to the back, and maybe about like a few minutes later, he comes back out, and he's got this crystal. It's about like, it's like this big. It's like the size of a baby, basically. Like, this is the smallest one we got, and he kind of like puts it down, and it's got like a flat edge that sits on the table.
Nothing a little handmade backpack can carry.
And it's like a magenta crystal. It's like a bit deeper in color than the little stones.
how
Lyra's like,
heavy is this?
She's like, this looks like exactly something Edmund would like to carry.
It's exactly his size.
Pretty much.
Even his color too.
You know, when you said small, I really was thinking small. All right.
This is nothing for me. I'd like to pick it
Misha?
up.
Okay, thank you so much. You're amazing.
I got this, girl.
Right, but we do need those other things. Whatever potions you have available, we'd like to see if what you have. Water walking, spider climbing.
Yeah, we're a little bit short. A lot of provisions have been sent out across Hearth, but I'll see what I can whip up for you. Oh, and he looks at you, Misha, and he goes, "Hey, that's just for trial."
Oh, don't worry about it.
Would you like to try it?
Sure. How would I have to just like power it up with some sort of magic? Like a
Yeah,
spell?
you have to use it. You have to power it with some kind of magic. You can make an Arcana check to see how it might work.
I shall try that. I'm not the most arcana-ish, but
Oh, did they also have extra pink stones or whatever they're called? Because we only have 2 of those, right?
yeah, but we're not gonna be staying in Hearth, so.
No, but they use this,
Yeah, it uses the
Oh, right,
redstone.
right.
so we're gonna have
So
to
we're
buy
gonna
extra,
need more of those.
extra crystals.
I got a 10.
You got a 10?
I'm not.
Yeah,
the
you're kind of looking at it, and it's got like a weird texture on the outside of it, but it just looks like a crystal, and you're not necessarily sure how it would work.
I would
yeah.
probably just like try to do like druid craft with it first, see if like
Mhm.
a cantrip helps power it.
Yeah, you try
We're
to
gonna
use like you
frostbite.
try to intuit with your druid magic, but it does not seem to affect it in any way.
Hmm.
If I see you do this and give you the help action, and essentially just be like, as an arcane archer, I can give, and I since I have master of tactics, I can give the help action as like from far, and so I think Lyria is like looking at some arrows or something, and like catches, you catch my eye with your druid magic. I'm like, oh, it's probably some sort of arcane magic. Like try those like those patterns, and like kind of like do a couple of like somatic gestures or something to try and give you an idea of like what to do.
I love that. So yeah, you can roll with advantage, Misha.
Yay! Like make another roll or just
Yeah, make another roll.
Woo. Woo. Ow. Oh no, I dropped it. Ugh. Like 1 roll or like 2 rolls now?
Well, because you already rolled 1, so just roll the second roll for advantage.
Okay. Well, it was a 7.
Oh,
You lost me.
yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, I think it just confused her more.
Yeah, I'm just doing like moving my hand at you, and you're like, what the?
You know what'll help with this? A moonbeam. I'll cast moonbeam.
Not my shop.
Too late.
And yeah, eventually the guy comes back out and he brings out 4 healing potions, lesser healing potions. And he brings out 6 jars of rock root, pickled rock root.
Yeah, baby.
It's like, you're going to need this, absolutely. And then he brings out a net. Somebody wants. He has them out. He's like, you guys actually
I
want
guess
any of these?
I'll take some net at Delirious.
He
guys.
puts down.
Yes.
He's got 3 sending stones, and he says that they are 25 gold pieces each. Yeah.
25 gold
Yeah,
pieces.
we take it all.
I'll handle the well, if it works,
The
I'll
purchases?
handle the price for the big thing after we test run it.
Yeah, I can buy the smaller crystals, but after we do our test.
Yeah, he tells you. He's like, yeah, if you want the other crystal, I gotta go get it. So it'll be back. It'll be ready in about an hour or so. Smallest size, which is like that one. 2,000 gold pieces. Next size up is 5,000 gold pieces. And he goes, and it's just like a little bit bigger than me. So just keep that in mind.
Gotcha. I think this is going to be the best we can do considering its size. So we'll let you know how it goes.
All right.
I have one last thing that I'd like to look for. I'm looking for arrows.
Oh, we got arrows.
What kinds of arrows do you have?
Got a few. Like I said, though, most things are with the soldiers. But here, let me go see what we got. And he pulls out a few like storage quivers of different types of arrows. 3 different kinds. He's got regular kinds. He has a set of what he calls booming arrows. And so basically they deal thunder damage instead of piercing. They count as magical. And they have a chance to knock people back when they hit. And then he has a set of other arrows. So he has 15 booming arrows. And how many of the fire arrows? 10 fire arrows.
All right. And how much do these cost on order of the king? I know that supplies are low.
Yeah. You know, honestly, I'll give you a discount. I'll give you all of them for 100 gold pieces. That's a steal.
All right. And then Lyria's gonna like turn around and give puppy eyes to the Jira and go, I only have 24 gold pieces.
I'll give her whatever she needs. I wasn't keeping track how much it was.
I need 76.
Yeah, well, you want to just pay and collect everything when you come back later for the crystal.
That's just add it to our tab at this point.
All right, I got you. Right, scrolls it
Make
down.
a total.
Slaps the sticker.
Hug you. And then put 2 more quivers on.
And we can split 50-50 by the end, Misha.
Yeah. You've done so
Nice.
much for us, Lyra. It's the least we could do.
Of course.
Like wipes a little tear. So
Maybe
excited
something-
to have new arrows.
Maybe something for Oranos? Does he need armors or something that he can wear?
Ooh, that could be fun.
The problem is I don't know that it would shrink with his magical harness.
Ah.
So even though it would be nice to get something for him, a little scritch, I think that the best thing for Unos would be to, I always have a potion on hand. I like reveal a potion of like superior potion of healing. It's like,
Ooh.
this is essentially like, should he fall, I'll give this to him. And obviously I have all this jerky too. And I'm going to
Speaking of
resupply
the
on that.
potions, we should take the 4 potions that are on the table also. I don't know
Yes.
if you guys want to split it or just one person takes all of them.
For now, let's just take all this, put them
In the pile.
put in
Okay.
the pile, put in the bag. We'll bring the bag to everyone else, and we'll distribute the supplies as needed.
Sounds good. All right. So we should head off and we'll talk later. What's your name, sir? I forgot.
I never introduced myself.
Okay, that makes sense. What's your name, sir?
It's a good question.
What's your blood type?
O negative.
Leo.
I know that, but I don't remember my name. My name's not Leo. Get out of here.
Leo and
Technically, you guys have
Helena.
met me before. Give me a second. It's in my
Yeah,
list.
his name's Nargan.
Oh, come on. You guys keep guessing. You guys know this. We've met
Andrew?
each other before. Andrew.
Xarn.
What dwarf names himself Andrew?
Pickle
Oh.
Joe.
Grundle.
Oliver?
Oliver.
Rock
Absolutely
Cruncher.
not.
He's not there.
It's Weevil.
Whoa! Weevil!
Joey Weevil.
It's Weevil.
A
You.
Weaver. Weevil's the evil guy.
Also, One Piece.
No, I'm
I'm
Weevil.
not there
And
yet.
this is my brother. This is my
I'm
brother. This is my brother Bardum.
Beevil.
Listen, it's been months. It's been like a year since we last saw these guys. Okay, more than a year, probably. IRL, I mean.
Why is it the only shop we've visited in this whole entire city?
Because the king sends us here.
We're always around, you know.
He's like, this is the best
Helping
stuff we
out.
got. And they're always like, we don't got nothing.
We got nothing.
Rock root.
Well, really low on supplies. Yeah. But yeah, I'll have that all ready and prepped up for you guys.
Gotcha. Well, let's go deliver this to Edmund.
On to it.
All right. He turns back and starts working on something.
I guess we start to make our way back, unless there's any other shops. I assume we're going to be getting our weapons from Congreth, so we don't have to worry about those.
Well, we are in Heartforge, and we're girls going out, and I know we had bracelets done before. But how about we can look into more jewelry?
I don't know if there's going to be jewelry at this.
Metal, Heartforge, maybe.
We
I was
could,
going to say during the time of war, but
I guess that's
we could
fair.
we could design it like they do here. And like Lyra kind of like looks and like takes a little piece of like wire or something that's like hanging around. She like, look, we can like twist it and like dexterous fingers, kind of like tries to make something really quick.
Well, I know. I got jeweler's tools, so
You
Oh,
can
damn.
make two.
let's do it. Let's just
Okay, then all we need is
Make
the
friendship
material.
bracelets.
friendship. I got plastic beads and those rubber wires, those rubber bracelets.
Amazing. Do I
It's
have
just-
anything? Oh, you know what I do have?
Mm.
I take out my thieves' tools. I guess we go back to the room and do this stuff while we wait for
Yeah.
everybody else. I have the ornate ring that belonged to the female dwarf construct.
Oh, true.
And they're like, it was like a bunch of like jewels and stuff on it. So I think Lyria's just gonna like pop it all out of the ring, and then we could start weaving them into like our
Let's
bracelets.
go.
Was it the dead lady?
Yeah.
The one I shot down. Yeah.
Yeah.
steal her
When you guys took
belongings.
turns just shooting it. Yeah. You okay, Lyria, can you make like a sleight of hand check?
Yes.
Sleight of hand.
This
Yeah,
is
just to
not
pop
not the pink.
Oh, I can help
Oh,
with
ring
that.
pop.
It's not. Okay.
It's not the ring. I know that one is magic.
Okay. So all right, I thought
Mm.
that's fine. If it's another ring, you can pop the
It's the other
Stop it.
ring that is worth 1,197 gold pieces.
Oh.
I guess I
Which
did
is-
have money on me, but it was in the form of a ring that I'm now giving to everybody else.
I also have
True
the.
friendship.
Okay, no. I have 7 of these rings.
Ooh.
I have 7 ornate rings, so I'll take them all apart into gems and then we can.
Gotcha.
I'll also throw in my cluster of gems that we can use as well. So I still have those
Mm.
too.
Let me see if I have something handy.
Maybe some like leaves or something.
Oh,
like
I
that.
apparently also have 515 gold worth of gems.
Hmm.
So
Gold or
What
friendship
gem?
bracelets.
We're bejeweling. We're bejeweling our
Jewel.
it's like we
Oh
might
my
die
God.
tomorrow. Might as well have something cute.
Let's fucking
Well,
bedazzle ourselves. Let's do it, girls.
Amazing.
Hmm.
Yeah. So I mean, you guys can go ahead and do that.
And
with
at
your
some point,
jeweler's
we'll get
tools.
to Edmund and ask him to.
Yeah,
Yeah,
we can clarify exactly what kind of gems those are like another time.
Mhm.
Like after stream or something. Yeah. In the meantime, though, if you want to do that right now, or you can do it like sort of through the night kind of deal. Misha, you can make that roll for your tool checks.
Yeah, because at some point we're gonna rest anyways.
Yeah.
So it's a sleepover. It's a craft
It's a
sleepover.
Of course. With the others back at the forge, what are you guys up to? Albrecht, you're still helping out. Congrith is just sort of making his way through the forge and working on whatever these weapons are. But Edmund Taurus,
How long would it take to recount the fucking whole story of the universe and all that stuff?
I don't think it would have taken too long, right?
No.
I mean, IRL, it took us like 30 minutes to an hour.
That's true. I think I would just let him work.
Yeah. You see that when you talk about like the universe stuff, he's just like, it's like, okay, seems like a stupid idea. But anyways,
Well, actually, I would ask him. What what were the exact words he said to me before? What would you have me do?
oh, yeah. Or what would you do in my position?
Yeah.
Switching up positions for you.
As in what? If you should listen to the Xanabin?
Well, the fate of the world seems to be in question, and he has an answer, perhaps not the right one.
Right now, all I see is a threat by Xanabin. The rest of the world seems fine, minus all the trouble he's caused. So, I could care less about that.
Yeah, it is.
He wants to fight. We give him a fight.
When you say that, I want to make a perception check. I know it's like hot in here and everything, so I'm apparently there's eyes on us. I'm wondering if they're on me this whole time.
Go ahead.
Hot and bothered.
And I do have, I forgot with my last roll, disadvantage from last session.
Still?
The freaking cowboy dude just like lurking in the back.
But that's pretty good. Perception is 15.
15.
Yeah.
I think that you kind of look around to get a sense if he's around, and you can't tell.
Okay.
You have no idea if he's followed you, especially because you guys literally flew over the lake. And with all the heat and noise and everything, it's just there's no way to tell.
I think I'll just ponder on our conversation.
Okay.
You know,
Yeah.
it's a weird.
No, go ahead.
It's like a weird, like we're in a very, very particular situation, and me and Misha especially have like the weight of the decision that we made and like the kind of promise that we made. So there's a lot in character to think about. So I'll just mull it over.
Okay. Edmund, do you have fire resistance, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Taurus, can you make a bit of a Constitution save?
But I left.
Yeah, you're fine. You're fine.
Okay. Yeah.
But also, thank you. I didn't realize you left. Albrecht's fine. I feel like Albrecht enjoys the heat.
Thank God I got rid of that disadvantage. 19.
19. Okay. So
Yeah.
you're actually you're the heat's not bothering you so much, or you're able to sort of just ignore it. Yeah. I think Congreth is just like, hey, you mind getting me something to eat? Sorry, I know it's yeah.
No,
it's just-
yes.
I haven't eaten in
Sure.
hours.
Of course. Anything in particular?
Not just something. Just need some carbs.
Right. Albrecht, if you like anything.
I'll eat with you all later.
Weird situation to be in. What about you? You want anything drunkard?
Oh, me?
He left with me.
No, I'm with Edmund. Goodbye.
Very well. Could you perhaps, perchance, point me in the right direction?
Well, leave the forge and then go down the long stairway down to the forge district.
Right. I go and leave, and like I look back at him, and then I just go.
Mm.
And I like mutter, like, shouldn't he have someone to do this for him? Send me to go get his food. That's a little absurd. Just keep going.
All right. So you leave, and you're going to work. Albrecht, you're going to be working with him during this time. Is there anything you want to talk to him about?
Can I find out a bit more about my grandfather?
Hmm.
Rather, my great grandfather.
Well, what do you wish to know? He was a brave man.
Honestly, I haven't heard much about him. Ulfgar Hammerstone, it's a name that I've heard often in reference to, as you say, a great man, but haven't heard much about the man himself.
Well, you've heard me tell the story before. He was a hero. Helped me fight off the King of Flames, the Plane of Fire. We had a bit of a discourse between the two of us back in the day. Bit of fighting over resources in the plains. Needless to say, they tried to take drastic measures. You remember the veins of fire?
Right.
Yes.
Yes.
The bridge between our world and the plane of fire.
Hmm.
They used it to breach our mountain and attack us. Your great-grandfather was just here by happenstance. But he took up arms alongside me and my men, my soldiers, and we fought them back into the plane of fire. And although I tried to defeat King of Flames myself, I was unable to do it. But your great-grandfather did. Saved me. Saved my people. In a way, I owe you, Albrecht.
Right. I am not my grandfather. I am. Yes, he might have been a man of great deeds, but I would prefer to make my own deeds.
That is very honorable of you. I simply mean to say that you take after him. I see that in your generosity. Thank you. I owe a lot to you and your companions. Maybe I should have let the little one take some materials after all.
He means well. I feel like he just lets his he lets his curiosity get the better of him, and gets impulsive when it comes to new shiny things.
Yes, that seems quite clear. Well, good for him. Good to stay curious. You know what? When we're done here, I'll give you some of these materials to bring back to him. Do you mind?
That's kind of you. Right, but you did send Taurus out to get some food. Would it have not just been better to have gone now ourselves?
Well, I hadn't really thought of it, and I cannot leave my post. I must work.
You just said we're about done here.
Well, when I say about done, I mean probably you are almost done before you have to leave, but I will be here for easily a few more days.
Right.
I just mean that unless you wish to stay for longer, but I don't think.
What else do you have to do?
I must pound the shit out of this thing. It's stubborn, and the mountain's not as hot as it used to be.
I feel like you're potentially venting your frustrations out.
Well, a little bit.
Right. Well, not to say that it's not a therapy of its own, but as Taurus was saying, don't forget that you have people outside this room as well that can help you.
I won't.
I'll clap him on the back.
He goes, help me with this. I'm feeling a little weak. He sort of passes part of the chain to you. He goes, together?
I grab it.
Yeah, and the two of you, in one fell swoop, set the hammer into place before it drops yet again.
It's not so much you feeling weak.
I'm just tired, Ulbrich. I'm just tired. Your help is greatly appreciated.
Maybe take the time to go and speak to your friends.
No.
Use that to rest.
Look, I understand what you're trying to say, but this needs to get done. If I stop now,
the quality of your work will drop.
Yes, these weapons will not be presentable.
Exactly, if you don't rest.
But what?
I saw you nearly miss you.
Maybe. Oh, okay.
I saw you nearly miss your strike. Don't think I didn't catch that.
You saw nothing of the sort.
It's a 14.
14, okay. Oh! Wait a minute. He looks at you and he goes, Albrecht, you are quite convincing. Come, set the hammer one more time. He's going to pull it back into place with you. And he's going to... There's kind of like a platform that juts out over the large basin of lava. And he walks over to the end of it. And he goes, come.
I follow.
And he looks down and you see the base where the hammer meets. You see in the center of it, like a small, like it's fairly far down. There's like a small outline of like the shape or like the mold, I should say, of the weapon. I have an idea in mind, but in this scenario, for you, Simon, this is kind of out of character. What would be like the weapon that represents Albrecht the most in your eyes? Like if you saw yourself with like the most epic weapon, what kind of weapon would you want it to be?
Kind of putting me
Because
on the
Albrecht has
spot
used a
here.
ton of weapons over time.
Damn.
So I want to make sure that it's what Albrecht wants.
Definitely putting me on the spot. But I'd likely say like this not like a maul, but like a large pike in the sense that like the front is a blunted hammer,
Mhm.
but the back is kind of like a spike, like a long spike out. And just this long two-handed handle.
Beautiful. Well, you see that. The outline of it shining from the magma, from the lava. And he turns and he looks at you and he goes, this one's for you, Albrecht. I'll rest, but only after this is done. We might just be able to finish it before morning, but I'm going to need some serious help.
All right. Let's see how we can do.
Let's do it. And he walks back across, and the hammer's set, and he picks it up, and he gives the hammer to you. And he goes,
How big is this compared to me? Like
The
is
hammer?
it- yeah.
yeah, so it's not too, I guess he's bigger than you, right? So
He's
for
like
you,
7
it's like,
foot. I'm like
yeah, it's like a
4.
It's like a great hammer, I guess, for you.
Okay.
For him, he's holding it with like one hand, but you could hold it with two hands comfortably. You could probably even hold it with one hand comfortably since you're so strong. But whatever suits Albrecht. And he's going to tell you, swing with all your might. And I'm going to ask you to make a little athletics check.
Ooh, let's fucking go.
All right.
Anyone has a boon from the audience?
Woohoo!
Now's the time.
I'm good. I'm gonna use this dice here. This dice seems all right. That's a. Well, is it just athletics, right? So
Athletics, yeah.
18 plus 10.
Oh!
Yeah, I think you are. Describe how you swing it.
So he starts off with one hand, kind of like lifting it up, and then kind of like realizes that he wants to put in like all of his being into the swing. So he kind of like reaches up with two hands and he just winds up and he just fully brings down like his full weight like down into the swing with his full force as much as possible.
Oh, yeah. And with a 28, absolutely. You grip it tight and you swing it down. And when you saw him do it, it was like he was passing through molasses with the swing until it's like the huge hammer mimicked and slammed down on the mold. But when you do it, there's like, it's just like a full swing, full speed, no molasses. And your whole body kind of like bounces as the hammer smashes into the mold, and your hammer kind of mimics the effect. It's like you just hit air and you're like bouncing as if feeling the effects from the hammer. And a boom echoes through all of Hearthforge that everyone can hear.
Holy
Twice as loud as anything that you were hearing when the king was hammering down.
What the
And Congrith is just there like looking at you,
Wow.
and he kind of smiles and he goes, perhaps we'll get through this faster than I thought. And that's where we're gonna end it for tonight.
Bravo!
Bravo! Wow.
Oh my goodness. I wish someone told me you guys were going to go to Hearthforge. Like, ooh, everyone's getting ready to go see AR. Yeah, look at all these cool notes I have.
Switch strike.
Oh wait, we have a scroll that can teleport someone to him.
Oh.
Oh, yeah.
Someone else. Oh gosh.
Whoopsie.
Yeah, it's all good. It's all good. Yeah, awesome. The girls doing their shopping. Was there anything I missed before we end the session or anything?
I got a non-nat 20 for the jeweler's tools.
For the jeweler's tools.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So maybe we'll at the start of next sesh we can do some of that stuff.
Yeah.
But I will tell you the gems and stuff. Anyways, we'll figure that out.
Yeah.
Edmund, you left with Ambro. He's is he guiding you to get gold? Is that what we decide?
Essentially, I wanted to just take him somewhere to work a deal. So I was gonna take him to like the most happening like pub. Get him nice and toasty and ask him how much each of his soldiers' lives are worth and go from there.
Okay. Very interesting.
Yeah.
Very sinister as well.
Well, I mean, like, he didn't teach them to swim. He killed them. It was his fault.
You're not wrong. All right. Well, we'll figure all that out next time.
EXP?
In the Eye's End. Everybody gets 5,000 EXP. Yeah. Some people level up.
That's a level up, baby.
That's a level up.
And I'll level up.
Holy schmuck.
Hell yeah. And for everyone watching, you can find us on all the social medias: YouTube, Twitter, Facebook, TikTok, here on Twitch. Please go join our Discord. We need some people to talk in there because it's like a ghost town. So that would be super cool. Can somebody plug that in?
Yes.
And yeah, we're the Hexagon. Well, before I fucking wrap it up, Thursday we have the Chittering Woods, hosted by none other than Shadim, a spooky, enchanted forest. Perfect for Halloween. All right, that's it. I'm fucking falling asleep
Beginning
here.
of the month.
We're the Hexagon, and we're Hexagon.
Hexagon.
Have a good night.
Bye.